Hi guys, Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters. I hope you are playing along with our Scrappy Sisters Scrap September. So this is my layout number 10, family. And for this layout I'm using a super cute collection. Some of it's the pink paisley collection, some of it I'm not so sure about. But I am going to make a big ginormous fringed heart. So as you can see, I've cut different lengths of paper and I hand fringed all of those with my scissors, and then I glued them down onto a hand cut giant love heart. Then I made a massive blunder. I then started to cut out this love heart, and realized that won't work because I didn't put double-sided tape all the way around the outline of the love heart. So if you're going to try this at home, obviously you need to put double-sided tape across the top of your fringing to cut, to have that all stuck down. But you also, because your heart is not a rectangle or a square shape, see how I've got a big chunk missing from the top row? You also need to put double-sided tape around the curved edges and down, basically around the top hearty part of your shape, not the straight pointy bit, like the bit that curves around at the top and curves down into the middle to give it that peach shape outline look. I had to piece together a few dodgy bits that I had left over, which look fine, but they don't match because the ones that match were tiny little fringes and I couldn't stick those on. So that was a little bit of a disaster. So right here I am busy using double-sided tape trying to solve this problem. I know now already while I'm doing this that I'm just going to stick an embellishment over this because that's the only way I can sort of solve this problem. You can see me there. I'm trying to work out how can I sort of match this up. I just really can't. So I just stick it down anyway, and I will embellish that up a bit later and hide the really obvious part that is not the same. And I still didn't put the double-sided tape far enough down, and there is still a gap. So I am still trying to solve this little drama that I've created. So that is my big number one tip if you're going to make one of these humongous fringed hearts. Either cut your fringing after the curvy bit starts and have just a really big gap of no fringe, which would be totally fine, or make sure you put double-sided tape all the way around the edge of the rounded circular parts that form the heart shape up the top. That is my big number one tip. So make sure you go down in the point in the very center and make sure you go around the edge as well to make the little love hearty shape. The straight down the sides was totally fine. I didn't need to worry about that because it was straight. Having the double-sided tape across the top was enough to solve that problem. So right now, I know I could have edited this out, but because this was my biggest sort of issue or drama that I had, I wanted to keep it in so that you could see, so you know what not to do when you are making yours. So now I am putting double-sided tape down the inside bit where the love heart joins at the points to keep that all sealed in so that when I trim it, I'm not going to lose the fringing. So please, if you're going to try this, make sure you do that. Also, for those of you playing along at home, I hand cut all of these fringing just with my normal everyday scissors. You can get awesome fringe scissors. I think they may be the We Are Memory Keepers brand. Honestly, not a single clue. I don't have them. I think they're a thicker fringe than what I wanted anyway. I wanted a really nice thin fringe. I found doing this, it all started to curl quite a lot to the one side. So I'm right-handed, so I started fringing on the left and going all the way down until I got to the end of the strip on the right, and I had quite a dramatic curl happening, curling up to the left. All I did to help remedy that was flip it over so it was good side facing down, and just run my fingernail across the back really lightly because I didn't want to tear any of the fringes, and scrape it back in the opposite direction, and that was plenty to have it sit, obviously not flat, but the whole point of the fringing is I want it to be pocketed, but to have it not curling, which was important. So I still, as you can see, have had dramas. My fringing has still come apart, so I am double-sided taping this down again. I don't want to put too much double-sided tape because I don't want to stick that whole entire strip down. I still want it to be fringing and sticking up, but I did want to have it secure, obviously. So yeah, I'm really not happy with that bit, and I'm still la-laing about it and trying to decide if I can put the photo up that high to cover it, because I'm having a bit of a cry on the inside because I'm really disappointed after all of that fringing that it is gone. I've messed that up and I've had to stick it together with the wrong colour. Anyway, I do solve it later on, so don't feel too sorry for me. So I'm just cutting up the side, but then I stop after a little way because I know I need to double-sided tape the other side, and ta-da, I didn't have any dramas on the other side, thank goodness. So I backed my photo just in plain white and popped it up with pop dots, and now I'm popping on my thickers, and these thickers just say my crew. I have torn them in half, I think, which I always seem to do with these stickers with the squirrely script, but that's okay. I managed to salvage it, thank goodness. So as you know, if you're playing along with September, this September challenge was to scrap your family. So this is just a picture of my little man on his birthday with his cousins, and so I chose to put my crew because that's who he is with. He's with his crew, his pals, his mates, his team. So now I'm just playing with all the different embellishments that I can find. As I said, I'm using some of the Pink Paisley collection, and I find her ephemera pack in this collection a little bit hard to use because the ephemera is quite large, and for this layout I don't really want anything too large because the heart needs to be the main feature. So I'm just having a fiddle with what I can use to cover up that little dodgy bit and hide the mess up there. And once I decide on that, I think I only want one other little cluster so as not to, again, draw the attention away from the love heart. I was really super thrilled with how the love heart turned out, apart from that little dodgy corner. I just loved the colours, and I just loved everything about this layout. I just thought it was so cute. It did obviously take me some time, but when I was doing the fringing, I actually just went and sat in front of the TV and cut the fringing up, and then came back to my desk with the recorder to finish making the video. I figured you didn't need to sit there and watch me cut fringe. My layout videos are long enough as it is without watching that as well. Oh, sorry, bit of a yawn, bit tired. What am I doing now? I can't even tell. Oh, a banner. There was this really super cute banner in the ephemera pack that I decided I wanted to use. So I'm just deciding if I want it under the fringing, under the word, under the which part I want to stick it under. I don't often use a lot of bows and flowers and girly things on my layouts of my son. I save those for sort of layouts of myself or of Katie and I. But I think for this one, it just worked perfectly to put that little bow and to put those little flowers. I mean, there's no rules. If you want to use traditionally or stereotypically girly things on your layouts, you totally can. I choose not to. I choose to make my layouts quite boy based if they are of my son, but I also look at what the picture is. If the picture is of him doing a boy, traditional stereotype boy things, then I want to use traditional stereotype boy ephemera and things like that. So, if he's out in the mud playing and making a big mess, I'm not going to put pretty flowers on. But in an image like this, where he's just sitting in a beautiful photo with his cousins, I'm more than happy to have pretty things to go with such a pretty photo. So yeah, just having a play. As I said, I did find this ephemera pack a little bit tricky to use as it is all quite large. I have got 3 more videos coming up in October, 3 in a row as part of a series, again using the Pink Paisley collection. I'm using a bit of a mixture here. This is a Kitaholics kit, and I am just trying to kill this kit off. So that's why there's 3 more layouts coming up in October using this same collection. Because again, I was just, trying to kill that kit. So if you really love the colours, I know people find purple a bit hard to use. So if you really want to see how I continue to use these colours and things, stay tuned for October. Because, there'll be 3 more coming out then. So tell me, are you playing along with our scrap every day in September? I do think it's a little bit tricky if you are on your own to scrap every single day. Katie and I obviously have cheated. We are really only scrapping for 15 days because we're doing half of September each. And let me tell you, that is hard enough. Doing a layout every second day, oh my goodness, I am in struggle street. I'm so worried I'm going to fall behind for you guys. Touch wood, I don't. We're only up to day 10, but hopefully I can get a few more done. I hope on the weekend, because today is a Friday in Australia, I hope on the weekend I can get... No, it's not. Today's a Sunday. Oh, what is today? I don't even know what today is. I'm obviously doing this voiceover a little bit before I upload it, but I think today is a Sunday. But I'm hoping on the weekend coming up, I have time to actually do 2 or 3 layouts all at once. But that is highly unheard of. I think my max I have ever done since having my little man is 2 layouts in a day. Because as you know, if you watch my videos, they take me a lot longer than my sister. Yeah, I'm raving on and not telling you what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got the tiny word stickers now and just popping those on. I love tiny word stickers. And I just thought it needed a little bit more black because the My Crew was in black, but there was no other black at all in the layout except for a little bit maybe on the t-shirts. I needed to not darken it up, but just not have that colour be a standout as weird or wrong. And the thicker sheet had these really cute foam black hearts, and I just thought they'd be a really nice accent to add. I would have liked to use black enamel dots, but I know I don't own any at the moment. I'm all out, so I thought these stars were a really good alternative. Those are little tinsy tiny pinky purple coloured hearts that I have glued down using my Tombow glue that came with the kit. And I am now splashing on some Gold Heidi Shine. So I hoped you have enjoyed watching this layout. I'm sorry that I raved on about random stuff in the middle there. I know people like to actually hear what's going on in the layout, so I apologise for that. I really loved making this layout. I'm so happy with the way it has turned out. The fringing is just gorgeous, so scrumptious. So hopefully you will give it a go. Make sure you put the double-sided tape up and around the heart shape so it doesn't fall apart like mine did and you get the disaster that I had. But remember, as Inky Quill says, ever in doubt, just put embellishments on. It will always solve the problem. So I hope you are having fun scrapping along every day in September with us. Please stay tuned for tomorrow's Scrap September video and hopefully we see you for the month. Bye!